Now let's go a little deeper with intervals here. Let's add another layer. The objectives of the lesson are to review generic intervals on the staff, to introduce the type of specific intervals, and then to split the intervals into groups for future use. So you can kind of think of them in two different types of groups. So let's review our intervals like we had in our last video. They're all right here. These are our generic intervals: firsts, seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, and eighths. There are also ninths and tenths and so forth, but for right now I want to focus on firsts through eighths or octaves. So now, what types of intervals are there? Right now we've just had generic firsts, generic seconds. Well, I'm here to tell you that if we can remember hierarchically that there are going to be augmented intervals, like you are going to run into augmented firsts, augmented seconds. There are major intervals, so you'll have major seconds and major thirds and major sixths and sevenths. There are perfect intervals like perfect firsts, perfect fourths and fifths and eighths or octaves. There are minor intervals, and there are also diminished intervals. So thankfully you can see that just as the way we had with our major scales, our major chords, we have augmented chords, major chords, minor chords, and diminished chords. We just didn't have perfect chords. So if you can just remember that perfect goes right in the middle there, you should be A-okay with our intervals. Now, the final thing we're going to do is we are going to split the intervals that we have into groups, and you'll understand why later, but for right now we're going to keep it simple. The two interval type of groups that you can be in are the perfect types of intervals, and there are major minor types of intervals. So let's put them in their groups. There are 8 total intervals, and 4 go in each group. So the perfect intervals will be the first, the fourth, the fifth, and the eighth. And then the major minor intervals will be the second, the third, the sixth, and the seventh. So if you can walk out of this video just knowing that the intervals are split into groups in this way, you will have gotten the point of the video. Pretty simple. Thanks for watching.